the National Football League.
It's just about game time as we're settled into Tampa's Raymond James Stadium. Tonight's a rivalry matchup in the NFC South. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And Thursday night primetime is underway. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, had the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out. It's now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Kid, I don't think I'm the only one wondering whether or not age is catching up to Cousins. He was often injured last year, ultimately benched at the end of the season. But this is a guy who will enter the year top 20 all-time in passing in the NFL and been a durable starter for the majority of it.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Gets this one to London. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another small 4-yard chunk there. Tackled by big Logan Hall.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. That's covered for the first. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
17 more yards. That's another Falcons first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Here's Robinson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock. You already got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 3rd and goal, it's Cousins. Looking for someone. And the Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, you call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
180!
Baker now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. That one's good to Godwin. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, here's Mayfield. That's caught, it's K. Dotton. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
180! What's up?
Baker now off the play fake. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
180!
Irving. He gets crushed behind the line and the ball comes out. And the fumble recovery is made. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Irving here from the gun. For a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
180!
They run the counter with White. What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. It's a 38-yard look here. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, best kickers always have. and convert the next time around. Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
To the air, Cousins. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third down, Bucs in the dime set defensively. Cousins. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Cameron Johnson back deep to receive this one for the Bucs. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
We give to Irving to start this drive. Through the second level at the 40. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bucs have the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
180. What's up?
Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They get 23 on that one. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
180. What's up?
Irving on the inside give. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
180. Done.
They'll kick the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
180.
To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part is the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
180. What's up? Done.
From the red zone now. Jump off, caught by his back. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
180. What's up?
3rd down, give to Irving. He pushed for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. 4th down.
Right here, Kate, this is where I love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
He's already attempted one this quarter, and now they're going to bring him on again. Only a 20-yarder here. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
So he makes up for his earlier miss in the game. He knocks that one right through. And it's important for him to move past that early miss, Kate, because you never know if he's going to be needed for a big moment when we get to the fourth.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Cousins now off the play fake. Finds the football outside. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw, Cousins. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Almost 8 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. 3rd and long, it's Cousins. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. 1st and 10 from the 32. Throwing, Baker. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. We've reached the end of one on Thursday night primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. To pick up a 4 yards, and the Bucs have the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
180!
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And it's 3rd down now. Third and long, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And some excellent work to drive him all the way out past the 30-yard line. And gain 11 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Not only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That one complete to Pitts. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Breaks the tackle, he's got space ahead. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if we wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. That's caught for the 1st. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Atlanta.
Robinson on the inside give. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. This makes it up to the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Mayfield will look to throw. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Well, it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer, when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on first. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
180.
Mayfield now off the play action. Galloping inside the 40. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
180. What's up?
And again, this is Irving. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That time, this is a big cut. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
180. What's up?
From the red zone on first. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
This is Irving on second. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
A gain of 14. First down, Falcons.
Staying with Robinson. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a design run. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. This one goes for 3 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Running left is Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Another carry for Robinson. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. New set of downs for him from the 31. On first, it's Robinson again. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Falcons, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Atlanta.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Brings up 2nd.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Cousins. Catch is made in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons grow their lead to 8.
17. Buccaneers 9.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson now on the return. Making some progress here. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The Bucs offense taking over late in the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts, a little time left as well, so points very much in play here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
180! Done!
From the gun, Mayfield. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
180! What's up?
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Good!
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. This is Evans. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Mayfield now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience. Kid, I don't think there's any question this is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half, and that field goal, and it gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Tucker now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the 3rd. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. New set of downs for them from the 31.
180! What's up?
They're going to start the half with a gift to Irving. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Set. 20. What's up?
Baker now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Jalen Walker. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and a chance to add to this lead.
So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Catch made. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights, and the Falcons push the lead up to 12. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
180.
First down throw here. Mayfield. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up to the 27.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Second down now. They need 7.
Good. 180.
Baker now off the play fake. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down. Tight end in motion right. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down throw for Cousins. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Falcons go up by 19. to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Tucker now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Set.
Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
180. What's up?
Right back to Irving now. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
This is hauled in by Allen on the right side. And he's out of bounds. A beautiful play to get that 1st down, but this could be coming back. We got to check this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. I'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call.
180. What's up?
Here's Baker. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
This is Robinson, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
36-yard line.
Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That's a pickup of 9. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Here's Cousins now. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight ends. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it downs from 37. Here's Robinson. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
4 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Guess who? Pitts has another. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here's Robinson. He's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. He picks up 7, and now it's second and goal at the 3.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. And the defense keeps holding him. He's stopped at the 3.
Taken down.
Stopped for no gain, and now a big third and goal decision coming up.
Third and goal.
Cousins. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Drake London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Buccaneers 12.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Set to kick off.
Tucker now on the return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
180!
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Brought in left side by Godwin. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing, Baker. That's caught. It's Godwin again. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Baker now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's Godwin with yet another one. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 6-yard gain on the play. And the Bucs have the first. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And now it's 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on. No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Set! 180! What's up?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Catch made left side by Abuka. And this is down to the 28 before the defense holds it.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they make it a 3-score game again at 23 points.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Carter on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. He's got London left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Has him on the quick hitter. Nice work there to cancel out the penalty and then some. That's 9 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
That brings us to the end of 3 on Thursday night prime time. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Robinson up the middle. 2 yards are all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Robinson, the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Cousins. To the right side and reeled in by London. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say, on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
Room to work at the 35. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
10 at the 44-yard line.
180!
1st down, here's Baker. Evans brings in the slant. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Completed over the middle. And they They stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Irving here from the gun. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
Hey, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Now Mayfield. Touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
So up comes Mayfield and his offense. They're going for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now, down 15. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw, Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Sending him on the dive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy. And that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Line up the design keeper. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, you ain't got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Robinson on the inside give. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for a loss of yardage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Try and run here with Robinson. And that run's held up just before he can get the last bit he needed. It's going to be 4th and short. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Tucker now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
What's up?
They give to Irving to start this drive. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Bucs have the first. Mayfield urging his guys to the line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. Down the field, Evans has it. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers get it back to within 2 possessions. Mike Evans with a touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary if he just made him pay.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Makes the score Falcons 41, Buccaneers 30. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Carter on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Cousins out of the pistol here. They want him quick there, and they bring him to the turn. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they could check that box.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. They send a man in motion. Cousins now off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Throw wheeled in by London. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Shotgun snap, we give to Robinson. And a nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. It's his favorite target, that's London again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, first down.
Here's a give to Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Play action now for Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. Long, it's Cousins. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he takes this one back. Gets a pick 6 and a Tampa Bay touchdown. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and he had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Baker leading the Bucs up to the line. They're going for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point
180.
conversion.
Real. Start.
Keeping it on the ground. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th. Chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's Carter on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Cousins again. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, first down. A gain of 12.
And running here with Bijan. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Out of the gun, Cousins. And the Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Extra man in the secondary for the Bucs on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Falcons holding on to a field goal lead. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
180!
Back to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Offense is set. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for no gain. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Run. 180!
3rd down, give to Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. It's 44 yards here from the left half. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up. Now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Agnew on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Cousins. It is Cup, left side. And he manages to get out with the first. 25 seconds to go. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. 1st and 10. Cousins. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense is hurrying, time running down. Looking to throw it. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kayvon Merriweather making the play. And the Buccaneers return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
What's up?
Design quarterback run here. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoffs. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Gotta be able to make a stop too.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Here's Agnew on the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First throw of overtime. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw. Able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Back to throw, Cousins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, and the other side gets a chance to go win it.
180! What's up?
Irving on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Mayfield now from the gun. Down the field. Evans has it. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set. 180! Hey, 133! What's up?
On the give, this is Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Set. 180! What's up?
This is Irving on second. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one's good to Godwin. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Bucs have the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
180!
First down, here's Baker. That's Godwin with yet another one. And he stops at the 31-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
180!
Here's the give to Irving. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
That is an old school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
20! Done!
First down looking to throw. Mayfield. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Throwing again is Baker. Out left and Otten makes the grab. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
180! What's up?
Third and short, Mayfield. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
Boy, that's a familiar path he's taken here. Now the 5th time he's run out and gotten the job done. I know. You'd rather have him be PATs, but it's been nice having that reliable leg to turn to all game long.
Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.